Hi, Karina here, your Lucid Living coach. I wanted to hop on real quick. Today is March 21st. Okay, Happy New Year. It is Aries season. It began on the 20th. I think this, yeah. So the sun entered into Aries on the 20th around 2 a.m. I am super excited. There is a lot of change. There is a 8-year cycle that is coming to an end. And this is kind of an exciting part is, okay, look at my outfit. This is the exact same robe and necklace that I wore for my first astrology update YouTube video. And guess what? It happened during a Venus retrograde in Aries. I get it. So today is my 8th year anniversary. So for all those that have been following me, watching my videos and supporting me, I truly appreciate it. And I am so glad that I can be of service to my community in some way. And I am going to pull up that first video and we'll watch it really quickly. And you can kind of see the message is similar. So this is a Venus and Mercury retrograde. And it is a Venus and Mercury retrograde in the sign of Aries today. Okay. Let me just show you the chart really quickly. Is this the chart? No, this isn't the chart. I have a lot of things open right now. Okay. Share. Preview. I think it's this one. Yes. Okay. Got it. So as you can see, the sun is in Aries at 1 degree. And we have Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde. So when it's red, you can tell it's retrograde. And there is not a Saturn retrograde. Now, let's change up and we will pull up the chart for Venus conjunct the sun, which is happening this weekend. Yep, here it is. So Venus was conjunct the sun, like it will be, I believe, on Saturday, March 25th, 2017. Now, this was the last time we had a Venus retrograde in the sign of Aries. Now, Venus goes retrograde around about every 2.5 years. So this is an 8-year cycle, my friends. And plus, oh my God, drum roll, please. We have Neptune, the far out planet, moving into the brand new sign of Aries, out of Pisces, where it's been since 2017. Okay. And it will be in Aries starting March 30th. It's going to move into Aries and it's going to be there until 2039. And the last time we saw this, my friends, is 1866 to 1875. And we'll get into a little bit of research together. I'm so excited. I have just about maybe 40 minutes. So you can stick around if you'd like to see how I research a little bit. So let's have fun now. What the heck? All right, let's see what's happening here. How can we share this? All right, we're going to share and play. Ready? Okay, let's see. Let's see. My first video, wearing the same necklace.
Lucid living.
Oh no, oh no. I learned so much. Okay.
I just wanted to do a little video though to talk about all the.
All right.
Venus just dropped into.
I obviously
Pisces,
have more gray in my hair.
Out of Aries.
This is
so
like
feeling that kind of
me not
energy.
dyeing it, seeing
And
how
we'll be
natural
correct
my
on
hair
April 15th.
grows,
So
and I'm gonna explore it for a little bit.
if you don't know what your rising is, you can go to Elevate or astro.com and type in your birthday, location, and time you're born and get that. So it'll be a round circle, and then the one that's on the west side is your rising, and then you just
So we
go
could
all the way
also
around and
speed
count
this up.
those are your houses.
I love
So
speeding up.
look for
video.
the house of Sagittarius because that's where Saturn will be retrograding on Thursday the 6th. Saturn had entered Sagittarius in 2015. I believe it was September 17th, and it will be moving into Capricorn at the end of this year on, I think, December 7th, if I'm correct. Anyways, the retrograde that's happening this Thursday is going to give that Sagittarius a little breaky break because it's going to weaken that authoritative type karma type government energy. So yay for all those Sagittarius, you're having a little break. 2, Mercury's going retrograde this week as well on Sunday in Taurus.
In Taurus, but here
for any
today,
rising that's in your 10th
it's in
house,
Aries.
affecting your money and your love because it is ruled by Venus.
Venus
Saturn,
retrograde.
if you're rising Leo, will be in your 5th. So it will be giving you a little break on your love and money. That'd be nice. A little bit of lovey, a little bit of money. Can't go wrong in there. Anyways, I'm using some notes because it's my first time doing a little video and I just want to make sure that I get things right. So those are the 2 things that we have to look forward to. And just a lot of stuff has to do with like relationships, I feel, and love and work. And like, what is.
Yeah, I do not know. It's so Mercury retrograde. Was it showing you guys the video?
What do you really want? Because, there's always been the old way of doing things and that's just not working for us anymore because we
Still isn't working for
another
us.
dimension. We are in a higher playing field than we were before. Venus dropping into Pisces is also getting more in touch with your feelings and being affectionate and not so much about being selfish and about the self, but having compassion for the people in your life that really do care and love for you. And matters of the heart, like really knowing what you really want out of life and partnership and work. And are you in the right line of work? And if not, if it's not filling you up, if you're not excited, then changing that course of action, as well as relationships and how you go about it. So I just wanted to touch base on a little bit of that. It's getting late. Want to do a little video because I know that there's a lot of energy happening in the month of April. So
there you go, folks. Karina's first astrology YouTube video. And we are back to this energy 8 years later. So let's get into some astrology. And my past self was right. When Venus is retrograde in Aries, we are reconsidering and relooking at ourselves, our identities. And when it drops into Pisces, it's about dropping into the heart, allowing and letting go. It's moving backwards, not like it is not a time to rush forward in any relationships, any kind of business opportunities that is new. We want to be looking and analyzing and trying to figure out the relationships in our life and if they're working for us and how are they not working? Where is it that we need to adjust some certain things within ourselves? And to make these relationships work, we need to be dropping into the heart and letting go of the ego. The ego wants to protect us of any hurt, and it really stagnates our growth in furthering our connections and our relationships. Now, the last video I put out was I was in Shasta, and it was for the full moon eclipse in Virgo. Now, full moons are about highlight, and it's also about release. So there could have been things that have been brought up around our work, our daily routines, our health habits, what we're doing on the daily, and are the things that we're doing on the daily going to get us where we want to be in our career and legacy? Okay. Also, we want to start implementing some regimens. And this is the time of reevaluation and re-looking at the things within our life. Now, on March 29th, there will be a new moon eclipse. Let me actually pull that up for you guys so you can see and then kind of compare with your chart. If you do not know your chart, it is a good idea to go over to astro.com and pull up a free natal birth chart. If you would like clarity and a reading, a personalized reading based on these eclipses that are happening this whole 18-month cycle, you can go over to my website and you can order a transit reading. And that link is below lucidlivingmovement.com. So I'm going to go ahead. Nope, wrong one. Got to go to my. Okay. Come on. We're going to airdrop it. Okay. So how is this energy working for you guys? Are you guys having interesting issues in your relationships and partnerships, in your jobs, in your daily routines? Is there anything that you're trying to integrate into your health regimens, whether that's stop drinking or stop smoking cigarettes or stop vaping? This is something I also do. If you go to my website, I do coaching. I have overcome a lot of those kinds of things like alcohol and cigarettes. I've never gotten to vaping, thank God. But yeah, I would love to support you guys on that journey, as I wish I had more support on my journey. So here we go. This is the solar eclipse that's happening on March 29th. Venus will be in retrograde back into Pisces, where we're dropping into our heart. We're really trying to connect with spirit, and we want to align ourselves with relationships that are God sent or spiritual alignments. That's Pisces, spiritual alignments. Not everything for the next 18-month cycle. This focus is on our spiritual alignments, kind of stepping out of the ego and into something that is kind of unexplainable, that doesn't really have to do with the desires of the flesh, if that makes sense. So the new moon eclipse is at 9 degrees of Aries. We have Mercury retrograde at 0 degrees of Aries, and it will drop into Pisces around March 31st. Okay, so in a couple days at 0 degrees, it will drop back into Pisces. So we'll have Mercury, Neptune, Mercury in Aries, Venus in Aries, North Node in Aries, Saturn in Aries, and Neptune at 29 degrees will switch places and it will move into Aries. So it's switching places with Mercury. Mercury is the planet of the mind. It's our communication. So it's not going to be very direct, but it will be meaningful. Neptune, this is a brand new cycle. So we want to look at where Pisces is in our natal birth chart to see where this huge new beginning, like a spring, is happening for you. Now, let's give you some dates and then we will look. So we have Venus retrograde in Aries happened on March 1st and will end on March 27th. And it will leave a shadow a couple weeks after. Now, the past Venus retrograde in Aries was, like I said, in 2017 when I first launched my first YouTube astrology video. Then you want to look back at themes from also 2009 and 2001. So those were when Venus was retrograde in Aries. Is there any similar themes in your life from the past? 2001, this is spring. 2009, 2017, and now 2025. Now, Mercury retrograde in Aries moving into Pisces started on March 15th, and April 7th is when it will go direct. The last time Mercury retrograde in Aries was in 2024 in April 2nd to April 25th. It did not drop back into Pisces, however. And in 2018, is there any themes around the Aries in your birth chart? Then you want to look at Mars retrograde in Leo into Cancer. This has been a hard one for us Leos and Cancers and those relationships in Leos and Cancer and between Leo and Cancer. And we started the Mars retrograde on December 6th of 2024, and it went direct on February 23rd, 2025. However, it was stationary for a good 2 weeks. It's finally, I think, at 19 or 20 degrees of Aries, finally off that 17th degree. Now, there was a retrograde in 2010, and that was in Leo. Then we had a Mars retrograde in Cancer move back into Gemini, which was a different theme, but that happened in November of 2007 to January of 2008. And now let's kind of look at Neptune. I'm very interested when an outer planet goes into a new area of the sky. It's very prevalent in the energy. Everyone will feel that shift because it doesn't happen very often. And I'm going to go to Google. Maybe you can, I'll share this with you so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. And we're going to put, because the last time Neptune was in Aries was in 1866, and that was the Civil Rights Act. So let me pull up the chart real quick. I'm going to look at March, I'll just say 21st of 1866. And sure enough, Neptune was in Aries. I just wanted to confirm. So 1866 to 1875. So we had the Civil Rights Act, and what ended here? Let's see. Wow. Let's see what happened. Common year starting on Friday. Okay, Gregorian calendar. The year starting on Friday of the Gregorian calendar. Okay, historical events. This is when it ended. But let's look at, I'm more interested in what happened at the beginning, just because that's what we are going to be living at here. So let's look at, okay. Let me look at this real quick. Sorry, guys. It's a lot when you're doing research here. So let's do 1865, curious. 1865, it was at 7 degrees. Okay, so let's try 8. So it entered in a lot earlier, I think. 1863. Yeah. So 1830. So 1860. Let's try that. Okay, 1860. That's when Neptune was in the last degrees of Pisces. Okay. But let's look at the 29th degree. I'm going to move it by year. Oh, there it is. All right, so 1861. That's when Neptune was at the 29th degree of Pisces. This was United States faced with a major crisis as the American Civil War began, with the Confederate State of America succeeding the Union, responding to the threat, more detailed events. I wonder if this AI stuff is like correct. I wonder. Let's see. But I know there was a Civil War breaking out. So there was attack here. So there was the first battle of the Bull Run. Okay, Lincoln's inauguration as president. Okay, so these are everything that was happening around this Neptune Pisces into Neptune Aries. So Neptune entered into Aries in 1862. Let's see what happened. So let's see right here, historical events. What happened here? What can we kind of gauge as far as energy that might be a similar energy for this transit of Neptune and Aries? I know that we're trying to stop the war that's been happening, but what kind of war is going to be felt? This doesn't have to be a physical war. It could be another kind of war, but the US Civil War was around the same time as Neptune went into Aries. Now, Aries is the warrior. It is the fighter. It has the quick action. Okay, there's no thought involved with Mars in Aries. It makes decisions quickly. It makes for a good warrior. It's the ego. It fights back. It doesn't like, it could be very selfish in the shadow aspects of Aries. And it could be all about the self, like what is good for me, and doesn't really think about others. Now, others is the Libra aspect. Aries and Libra are polarities. They are opposites, but each have shared qualities. That's if it's a healthy balance between Aries and Libra. So let's hope that the Civil War action, Mississippi River. So there was a lot going on in the 1860s that has to do with war. There was a lot of battles, which, but I mean, let's just here, let me project this up and let's just see what else was happening here. So I'm going to stop this share. I'm going to share this. Is this someone? Yeah. So this is 1862. We had Mercury or Neptune and moved into Aries 1 degree. We have the sun at 1 degree. We have Mercury in Pisces, which ours is retrograde. We have Mars in Capricorn. That's different because we have Mars in Cancer right now. And okay, so the node point was in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is overseas. This is foreign travel. This is higher education. This is expansion. And it was at 29 degrees. And it moves backwards in the zodiac. So it was moving, just moved out of Capricorn. And we've already had that. We passed that. I think that was in 2018 or something, if I remember correctly. So many dates. But it was the new eclipse cycle that was for 1862, which ours is different. It's not much different because Pisces and Sagittarius are ruled by Jupiter, which Pisces is ancient, is Jupiter, but it's more modern, is Neptune. So, but Pisces is about water and not fire. So I'm going to guess that it's going to be a war against the way things have been, like a war against the old world. And we are trying to make evolution and change so we don't keep repeating history. I don't feel that war is a necessary thing if we could all drop the weapons and, you know, destroy the nuclear power. That, I mean, that's kind of extreme, right? Like, I don't think any country should have any nuclear power that can create that much damage to Mother Earth or its people. Like, I think that there needs to be some kind of agreement, and I'm hoping we'll get there, but I feel that there is definitely a lot of endings now that we're in this Pluto Aquarius energy, and Pluto was in Taurus before. So that was like in the area of like more so like the physical comfortable stuff, like the abundance and resources and food. And so I'm not quite sure a whole lot about history and like the Civil War and everything, but my cat is like peeking through the window right now. She's so nosy. But yeah, I just wanted to share that for all you history guru people. And yeah, so there is a lot happening. I really wanted to get something out because it is my 8th year anniversary and I'm so excited. New and awesome changes, hopefully, for my YouTube channel. I want to be doing more of these and be less prepared. I'm always like, feel like I need to be over prepared, but that's my Virgo moon. But let's pull some cards. Oh, also, I wanted to show you guys, I created these zodiac cards. They're happy birthday cards. And if you know a Pisces in your life and you want to get them a card for maybe next year or a belated birthday card, this is my little design. I put the sign of Pisces as the H, and it kind of represents that creative, sporadic. Pisces, I have the zodiac sign. I have a little bit about may your dreams be as big as your imagination, filled with just enough wine to forget your unrealistic expectations this year. I know, so mean, but it's supposed to be more funny. May the changes bring in new abundance because of all the eclipses. Pisces are the main stage. And then I have the QR code on the back for my website so they could order a reading. And it comes with a nice little envelope and a sleeve. So I'm selling those for $8. 888. Transformations not too late. And I want to pull some cards for this energy. I will put out another video that's more in depth about the solar eclipse in Aries. Now, the solar eclipse in Aries will not be seen, I don't think, in the United States. It was for the full moon in Virgo. However, there was so much cloud cover. I think maybe some people had seen it, but this new moon solar eclipse in Aries is wrapping up this last 18-month cycle of eclipses, and we're coming into the new beginnings. Like, what did we learn during that last 18-month cycle of eclipses in our relationships, our money, our relationships with ourselves, and our identity, our new identity, and who we're stepping into in this new world. So let's pull some cards just to end this video on a good note. The King of Cups. There's a lot of emotions here. There's a lot of connection. Cups is about the water, and there is a lot of water happening right now in Pisces, and even more to come with the retrogrades back into Pisces. There are a lot of things that we're rethinking. So this is about I reign over the realm of emotions. I know that I have been feeling super emotional. I feel the emotions everywhere. And this is about composure, sophistication, and welcoming the control. So the King of Cups sits at the helm of the emotional kingdom and inner balance. You reign over your feelings instead of being ruled by them. You reign over your feelings instead of being ruled by them. I like that. You've cultivated a mature practice of curiously watching and welcoming all that is part of this experience of being human. You don't have to equally like every sentiment that arises, but you are wise to receive all either way. Continue to let your feelings flow through you rather than pushing them away. Capable of accessing the power of your influence inner waters, your wisdom is potent. You can harness this energy through creative expression and in love. Share your depth. Others seek you out for your calm, emotional sophistication and composure. Through compassion and clear communication, you are capable of supporting others. Dilute adversity by choosing to stay calm in its presence. You are the king of your emotions. So to take stock of your emotions at the same time each day, sit down in a stillness and tune into how you are feeling. Find one specific word to describe your overall state and write it down. I did this practice yesterday. I think it's really important to tune in with yourself. We can get so caught up on our phones and social media, and like we actually I noticed that I detach. And if I'm feeling a certain kind of way that's very uncomfortable, I have this auto response of picking up my phone. And I want to challenge you guys to do this little exercise where if you're feeling a certain kind of way and you notice yourself to pick up your phone, don't pick it up and you keep it down. Also, don't be using your screens after 7 o'clock. Our circadian rhythms are all messed up. And we wonder why most of the people are on antidepressant pills because of all the blue light. You can get blue light glasses, you could get blue light protection, you can limit your time that you are on your phone and on your screens. I know it's a little hard in this new world, but with all these new things, we're going to learn new ways of surviving in this new world. And yeah, so I think I will maybe pick one oracle and then I will sign off. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What we got. Ooh, that one wants to come out. What is it? Drum roll. God, goddess. Balancing the masculine and feminine. Right? So the god and the goddess are not separate from you. Their stories enlighten you, describing the dance of the creative male and female forces within each and every person. You are a part of the source, the cosmic heart of all, a willing participant in the eternal cosmic love affair between the physical and the non-physical. God and goddess, matter and spirit. Allow God, goddess energy to enter your world. Softly and gently close your eyes. Imagine yourself floating into space, a black velvety matrix. All around are shimmering, sparkling gold and silver stars. Float in this wondrous place of stillness and silence. Breathe in the silence. Through the stillness, you hear whispers flowing from your heart. Rest here, embraced by your soul and in the essence of you. breathe in love, feel it illuminating and warming every corner of your being. Rest here in the safe arms of all. When you are ready, open your eyes and feel into your day. I did this yesterday, and I think I'm gonna try to make this a morning practice, a morning ritual, where I set my alarm for 10 minutes, and I actually want to try doing 30 minutes of just stillness, not doing anything, and just see what comes. And this is the time to do it, as there's so many messages coming through. I had a very rich dream life last night, and it was all kinds of things from my hopes and wishes to my worst nightmares. And the dream world is very potent in Pisces season, and there is a lot of timeline shifts changing within this eclipse portal. So in the eclipse portal, we are in the unknown. We really don't know what way and what the universe is going to bring our way, or what the universe is going to take away. So we just want to be settled in our heart and be in the ebb and flow of life, as that's all we can do during these changing times. So this is the one big reason why I started my YouTube channel 8 years ago, is so I can be a support through all the changes that were going to be taking place. And when you're an astrologer, you see very far into the future. And I've also been following the magnetic pole shifts here on Earth, as well as the weak magnetosphere that is creating a lot of weather patterns and a lot of DNA upgrades with the radiation and the different energy that we're getting from the sun when the sun is active or the coronal hole is facing Earth. So I know that we are in huge shifts in society, in the world, now that we have Pluto and Aquarius, and now we're going to have Neptune and Aries. So I wish the best for us, and I hope that we all stay centered in our heart and not in our ego, and not about judging people of whatever they believe. This has got to go. Like, that is really the whole reason why the biased news and television is to create separation for control. And we want to come together. We're in Pluto and Aquarius. We're all in it together. We have to make change together. I'm a moderate. It's good to see both sides. Always consider both sides. There's always going to be something that you agree with on a party, and there's going to be things that you don't agree with on a party. But to be so extreme is such a turnoff, and it doesn't show intellect. And so try to see where you stand in the political scheme of things. When you start judging people about the vaccine, that is all conditioning. So it just shows how weak your brain is when you are on this high horse of telling people what they should do with their own bodies. That is not our right. Okay. We also have to think about how we're projecting negativity on Elon Musk. He has done so much for the betterment of the world by creating these electric cars that we can possibly stop the war on oil. Most of all the wars have been on oil. So I think that we need to take second and double looks instead of just listening to what is fed to you. Look at how much water he's provided for third world countries that can't get clean water. And I've been to them. Okay. There are places where they have fresh drinking water because of the solar that he's provided. Also, internet. There has been bad rolling blackouts and internet problems in third world countries. He came up with Starlink. He's also helping people that are paraplegics or cannot walk, like, move things with their mind on the screen. Okay, this is the new world. Let's allow these people that are disabled to be able to be a part of it. And soon to be, they will be able to have body parts that are robotic that they can control with their mind, and they'll be able to walk again. These are great things. Let's not shit on his ideas or on what he's investing his money in. Okay, there is good and there is bad, right? There are positive and pros to things and parties, and which that's why they've been around and in place for so long. And then there's cons to different parties and products and AI and robotics, right? So we have to look at everything on a big scale and make our intellectual thoughts, okay, around that. And I just want to see more intellectual conversations. I want to see more acceptance. I want to see more discussions on how we can make this world a better place. All right, and that's all I have to say. I love you. Peace out. If you'd like an order a reading from me, you can head over to my YouTube channel at lucidlivingmovement.com. If you'd like to support me in any way or host your paint and sip, private paint and sip events, I do astrology paint and sips at your house. You can invite all your friends and we can just sip on tea, sip on mocktails, sip on wine, whatever you like. Or you can order your Aries birthday cards. They're coming in the mail. Can't wait to show you guys. Peace out. Your Lucid Living coach, Karina.